Hi, I'm Lucy James and I listen to the One Up Gaming podcast.
Yeah, this how we do it, y'all. L-G-E, man.
Straight out of Diamond Star Production.
What up to you, One Up Gaming? They not really ready for this one. One Up Gaming is behind me. Let me get in beast mode. If you wanna try me, you don't need a cheat code. Conte is who I be. To you it's Mr. Hero, legendary adversary. Flows considered lethal. I'm a Super Saiyan. I got Dragon Balls, I wouldn't lie. You might think I'm playing when I'm saying I can really fly. When I'm on the track, you feel the energy I'm pushing out. Put me on the map. One Up Gaming's who I'm talking about. I'm the rapping Master Chief, epic to say the least. Contain the hero, better etch that in your memory. And so the One Up Gaming for the show out. Contain the hero is really gonna show out. Show out. Contain. And so the One Up. And so the One Up.
Dope bitch you ever heard.
Hi, David here, One Up Gaming. Going to be the episode 365 of the One Up Game podcast. David here, as always. We're going to go through little bits of what we've been playing, the UK gaming charts, the weekly news, things like that. So without further ado, please go to our website, which is oneupgaming.co.uk. We have reviews, you have news, you have features on there all the time. Oh god, my voice broke then. But yeah, just go to there, have a look around, see what you think. We have some nice things on there. You can buy hats and t-shirts like this from the website. We also have Patreon. So we have Patreon, which is patreon.com/OUG. But we also have an Etsy store with over 200 items for sale. Just go onto Etsy and search One Up Gaming as in all one word and look for the store. You'll find us there. As always, we're sponsored this week by Games Inspired Music. Now, this is an album that we were creating. It was going to be for a TV series, like a cartoon sort of series, and then it changed to a web series, and then the lead actor, voiceover guy, kind of got arrested, and then things didn't happen, and then the Kickstarter didn't go through because the week he was meant to be doing the Kickstarter launch, it was in house arrest and couldn't get on to the sort of like talk shows in America and things like that. And then unfortunately a couple of years ago he died of cancer. Yeah, it had a shitty ending, didn't it? It had a really shitty ending. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Please go to audiobooksontape.com. Try and see if you can buy products from them. If you can, buy anything. Send messages that he's amazing. Send messages that we wish him well, because he's been a bit ill recently. And if you want, you can buy our first 100 podcast. Just search One Up Gaming, and £1 of each sale will go to the Diabetes UK charity. So I guess we'll move on to the show, because I haven't really got much else to say. What did I do? I watched something the other day that was quite good. Nah, it's gone. Can't remember what I watched. It was a movie, probably. I don't know. I'm sure if it was worth mentioning, I'd have wrote it down. Megan. I watched Megan. It's a modern retelling, reimagining of like the Chucky Child's Play sort of movies, and it's like an androidy robot that's meant to help a young girl, like toys and things. It was, do you know those movies that are quite ropey and are quite bad, but they're stupid and they're fun? that was that was this movie. It was stupid, but I quite enjoyed it. It was fun, over the top, mental. It was funny. I loved it. So yeah, watch Megan. It's a good little movie. So we'll have a quick 10-second break, and we'll be back with this week's games we've been playing this week. So back in a couple of seconds.
Hi, I'm Keith Allen, and I play Murphy on Z Nation, and I listen to One Up Gaming Podcast.
Hello, Andy. This is Colin. I won't be able to get in tonight. I'm sweating like a pig.
And we're back. It's me, David. Still One Up Gaming. Still episode 365 of the One Up Gaming Podcast. And this, my friends, is the games we've been playing this week. I do love it when I look up, because the underneath of the hat is green. You just see straight through to the background, which is quite funny. But yeah, so One Up Gaming, please go to the website oneupgaming.co.uk. News, reviews, features on there, as well as like the daily content on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe, share, like, ding the bells, things like that. And this is the games we've been playing this week with me, David. So first of all, Midnight Fight Express. Now this one, I kind of liked the cover, but I thought it was a little bit generic, so I didn't play it. And then it was up on the Xbox saying that it was getting removed from the Xbox Game Pass soon. So I thought, oh, do you know what, perfect time, slap it on, have a quick go of it. And it's very much like the old school brawlers, like side-scrolling beat-em-ups. Full 3D environments, nice looking, smooth animation. The camera angle's more of a up, sort of angled, looking down. But the fighting was good, the movement was good, the characters seemed good. I got enthralled with the story to start with, to see how things were progressing. And I would say it's a good little game. If it's cheap, buy it. Play it while you can. It's a good little game. I don't know why I say play it while you can. If it's still on Game Pass, give it a quick go. If not, see how much it is, and I'd say it's worth about £15-20. See how it goes. Next up, is it the Quake 2? Like is it like a remake of Quake 2, or just a redoing of Quake 2 that came out recently, a couple of weeks ago? And it looks really nice. It's fast, it's smooth. Now, because I'm a old school console gamer, I had a PC. I played one game franchise on it. If anyone can guess, it was Championship Manager. And then I think in about 2000-ish, it went over to Football Manager. And Sports Interactive, I love those games. I think I just don't have the time anymore that I used to. I used to love them so much. But they were the only games I played on the PC. And on the PlayStation, on the N64, on the PlayStation 2, on the Dreamcast, that's where I played Quake. Maybe even the Sega Saturn, like the original Quake on that. They made an amazing part of that. Lobotomy Software, I think. Was it Lobotomy? Something like that. Great game. But I've not played the original source of the series. So I had a quick go at this, and yeah, it's good. It's fast, fluid, smooth. Graphics look good, detailed, and it's just run and gun. I love run and gun games. Less to think about, less to do, and you're just running and shooting. I love it. So I think this is on Game Pass. And if you don't have Game Pass, say like you have a PS5 or whatever, I think it'll be about 20 quid at a guess, and it's perfect for that sort of price. Good little game. I loved it. Next up is a game called God. Now this one, I had no idea what this was, and when I actually did download it and load it up, it looked like a top-down view of, say, like a Diablo sort of game, but it added a lot more village building mechanics with the one-on-one fighting mechanic-y bits. with turn-based stuff and trees of life and witches and magic and all that. Again, it was a game that I myself got lost in because I don't play this type of game. I'd never played the PC style of this sort of thing where it was point and click and shoot and manage things. The most of this sort of game I've played is either Cannon Fodder or Megalomania, and that's just because I loved Sensible Software, and those two are some of my all-time favourite games, but they are very much watered down action strategy sort of games. You know, it's like you control, I guess you don't control the guys because you actually point and click and shoot. You don't have as much. Imagine Command and Conquer. Imagine Cannon Fodder mixed with Megalomania, so you actually moved your individual units and stuff, and you built bases and built towers and things. That sounds good, but because nowadays you can't have the very simple, streamlined interface, everything's got to be like 6 windows in as you're digging into more detail. But for me, I lose interest quickly. And when it is a game that is set like that, I just get lost and I just turn off and my brain switches off. And I just don't think it's very good, unfortunately. Next up, we have Carmageddon Max Damage. Now, if memory serves correctly, this was one of the first announced, at the time, next-gen games for the PS4 and the Xbox One. And I think this got delayed and didn't actually come out to about 2017, I think. The game itself looks okay, but it's got that very cheap budget open world aesthetic. The cars have damage modelling, which is quite cool, but the cars also, the handling seems so that the car pivots in the middle and it sort of like rotates around and the screen doesn't catch up, and then you can rotate the camera separately. So it's more like a first person shooter on a pivot point in the middle for the car, and you can be driving along and rotate the camera so you're driving the wrong way to where you're looking, which I get. If it's like a car combat game, you might need to look where you're going, but I'd prefer to have like a lock on and then you hold like the Y button to lock onto that enemy, so you can be driving around and you're automatically locking onto them. That's just my thinking. I don't like it when you're driving and moving the camera. It just makes me feel ill. And yeah, I think it was just the license was a good license, but they just didn't do the game justice. So the game looks alright, just doesn't play very well, and I kind of got bored, and I literally had no idea what I was doing, to be fair. I was just blitzing around. So there's a video up on the YouTube, have a look at that, see how we do. Next up we have Cloud Punk. Now this one, I've always seen the title screen and thought that looked amazing. I started playing it and at first I was like, what the hell's going on? You're like a little shuttle thing and you're on a highway, you can go up and down, and then I noticed that it all looks like the Minecraft style graphics, but because it's dark and it's moody and it's got all the little lights on and it just looks really nice, very cyberpunky. But you're basically like a delivery driver and you have to get to where it's asking you to go to, then you land, you get out of your little car, flying car, and you're like a little stick figure thing, and you run around, you talk to people, you get packages, you get back in your car and then you deliver it to where you're going. And the first 10-15 minutes I was lost. I had no idea what I was doing, I had no idea what to do, but then it clicked. And then it's like, do you know what? It is actually a really fun little game and I really enjoyed it. So I would recommend Cloudpunk. It's a good little game, cheap, good, I don't know. It's a nice little game. I enjoyed it. Next up we have Strategic Mind, Fight for Dominance. And this one, as you might guess, went over my head dramatically. It's a top-down strategy, turn-based, and you move your units and you only have a certain amount of moves to make, and then you have to let your opponent go, they move, and it's very simple graphics, but once it gets into the combat thing, it looks amazing. It zooms in, everything looks almost photorealistic, real. It looked amazing, tanks and all the war machinery and stuff, it looked great, I loved it. Very hard to get into, very difficult to work out, and I don't know if that's just because it's on the Xbox, so there's more buttons, more wheels, more digging into sub-menus to get into things, but I would easily say it's one of the better strategy games that I've played for a long time. I was able to get into it, I was able to fight things, I was able to work out what buttons was doing what, so I don't know if that was a plus or a minus, but it's simple, and I really think for a console game you need that for the game. So the last game that we played this week is a game called Everspace 2, and this was on the Xbox. Again, a lot of my games now are on the Xbox, so PS5's just turned off in the corner somewhere. I might move it to the bedroom because I never use it. But Everspace 2, I loved Everspace. I think I played it on the Nintendo Switch a couple of years ago now, or maybe even more than that, and it looked amazing, it played well, and this is just a higher res, polished version of that. And I got into the first sort of level, the training mission bit, the first level, and it looks nice, it plays nice, the story started to get you these little talons into you, and I could easily see myself putting more time into this. These are my sort of games, easy to pick up, good to play, fast, responsive, and it's just a nice game. So I would say Everspace 2, good game, great on the consoles, nice thing there. So as always, every Monday on the YouTube, so every week we have different videos, every day we have different videos on the YouTube channel. Every Monday we have the UK Top 40 charts, every Tuesday we have the Boost Road series, every Wednesday we have the Which Is Best, every Thursday we have the Retro Thursdays, Fridays a podcast, Saturdays the games played this week, and Sunday we have the weekly news roundup. Going into the Which Is Best, this week we have gone into the Mortal Kombat franchise, so we got some videos, someone talking over that about which one's best, why it's best and all that. So have a watch of that next. Well, just let's have a look at our YouTube channel, and every Wednesday we have a video going up with which is best. So it's been me, David, One Up Gaming, episode 365 of the One Up Gaming podcast, and we'll have a quick break and we're back with this week's news. So, back soon.
Hi, my name is Justin. I'm the developer of Per Rocket, an iOS space game with cats, and I listen to the One Up Gaming podcast. You can find a link to download my game at facebook.com/perrocket.
Hi, David back again. One Up Gaming, episode 365 of the One Up Gaming podcast. So we're going to go through this week's news. So we'll start off by saying that unfortunately Shoryuken, the Japanese RPG by Konami. English is not my friend. It looks as though the HD 1 and 2 remaster and it looks like the RuneGate and Duran Unification Wars has been delayed. Konami has announced that it's delaying Shoryuken Soyukiden 1 and 2 remaster. Didn't specify any new release date. In a statement on its website, Konami said, regarding the planned release of the HD 1 and 2 remaster, we have reached a conclusion that despite the very best efforts of our dedicated development staff to release the remaster in 2023, additional time is needed to ensure the quality, performance and gameplay experience our users deserve. Konami didn't actually provide a new release date, just that the development team needs more time to work on the game. Konami also didn't explicitly state that the remaster was delayed to 2024, but its phrasing heavily implies that it will most likely be coming out, not be coming out this year anymore. Anyway, what do you guys think of that? Are you excited for these games to be remade, to be redone, or are you under the impression of, big deal, good games are good games, and good games should be released when they are ready, and when games are ready to be released, that's when they should come out. So we have another bit of news, and that is Sonic Team Head. Pixel art won't be a viable art style for Sonic games in 10 to 20 years. Sonic Superstars is shaping up to be the biggest Sonic game of the year, partly because of the new 2.5 aesthetic for classic Sonic. However, Sonic Team suggests classic Sonic's new look may be permanent, as they believe pixel art won't be a viable style for Sonic in 10 to 20 years. According to a report from Games Radar, Sonic Team creative officer and producer Takashi Iizuka said at Gamescom that Sonic Superstars is an evolution of the 2D Sonic gameplay, but doesn't believe that 2D pixel art will survive as a video game art form for the franchise within the next 2 decades. This comment effectively throws cold water on the possibility of classic Sonic fans seeing Sonic Mania 2 coming to light. I don't know why that is IGN, because that's in the next 10 to 20 years. They might have Sonic Mania 2 next year or the year after. Still got 9 years to get that one done. But yeah, I'm not going to go further into this. But what do you guys think? Are you annoyed that Sega have said that Sonic Team don't believe that there's a future in that style? Or do you kind of agree with them and just want nice, new, shiny things from the Sonic Team? So we'll move slowly into the next bit of news. And that one, my friends, is Shadow Gambit, the Cursed Crew, is Me's. Oh god, Me's. That is a horrible name. I'm glad you got shut down, you idiots. It's their final game as the studio shuts down. I'm sorry, I don't mean that. It's just that it's a horrible name. Me Games has announced its final game is Shadow Gambit, the Cursed Crew, and that the studio will slowly shut down over the next few months. In a statement on its website, the studio said the team enjoyed creating games for the past 15 years and are proud that they accomplished what they accomplished. However, the game development process took a toll. At the same time, dedicating the past decade and a half of our lives working on increasingly ambitious games took a heavy personal toll on us and our families. Me said. After the release of Shadow Gambit, we decided it was the right time to prioritise our well-being and to put up the brakes instead of signing up for another multi-year production cycle. We will no longer create any new games, but will continue to fully support Shadow Gambit. The studio has already been working on a patch for all platforms and will release more content for the game later this year. Thankfully, Shadow Gambit's successful launch has allowed Me's to pay bonuses to employees while they transition out. The studio's portfolio includes games such as Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun, and Desperados 3. Its latest game, Shadow Gambit, The Cursed Crew, is a real-time strategy title that takes place during the Golden Age of piracy, where a curse has revived the dead with supernatural abilities. IGN gave Shadow Gambit, The Cursed Crew a 9 out of 10. Really good. So it's a shame that they've gone out, but at least they have gone out on a high, and that is something that not all game developers can say, because sometimes the final game that gets made is done so on a massive budget, massive restraints, massive problems, and it just doesn't end well. So we'll go to the next bit of news, and that, my friends, is RoboCop Rogue City is delayed till November. Now, I'm sure I read a report last month saying it's been delayed to the end of September. But anyway, Robocop Rogue City is delayed till November the 2nd. Developer Teyon has announced it was due out in September. The Steam page still carries the September release window, but confirmation came from a tweet from Teyon. So IGN went hands-on with it and found slow first-person shooting, decision-making and a spot of detective work is all part of this unique feeling game. The video below has 16 minutes of exclusive gameplay from Gamescom, so watch that at IGN. But that, my friends, is about it. What do you guys think? Teyon, I love them. They really helped us out when we first started. I think it was when we had the 3DS when that first launched. They sent us a lot of their codes for their games on the 3DS, and we thank them greatly for that. And I hope that the game that they're making finally comes out and it is seen in a positive light and not just mocked and ridiculed and made really bad things said about it. But you never know these days, do you? You never know what's going to happen. Something that might think is amazing and going to be chart-bustingly successful gets dropped and then no one buys it, no one thinks about it. But what do you guys think? Please leave comments, chat to us, talk to us, and we'll see what is going on. So the next bit of news, Excitebike 64 comes to Nintendo Switch Online next week. Excitebike 64 is the latest game to join the Nintendo Switch Online N64 library, hitting the subscription service on August the 30th. A totally rad trailer for the 23-year-old game was released. Was released on Nintendo's YouTube, showing the Fast and Furious motocross gameplay. How long has it been since you carved a blaze of glory through the pack of dirt, slinging mud into the air? Yeah, we've heard all this. And I will say that this game, when it first came out on the N64 all those years ago, it was one of my favourite sort of games. I loved it. And I know IGN gave it 9 out of 10, so that's good. And I just think that it could be a great little game. But like a lot of stuff, I'm just don't have a Nintendo Switch anymore. Sold, man. I've had 2. I've sold both of them, and I'm not interested in getting into the Switch. If anything, I'll wait until the next Nintendo console comes out, and then I will think about buying another one. So we'll go straight into the next bit of news, and that, my friends, is the developers of The Lord of the Rings return to Moria created Tolkien's secret. Right, so they should have a comma there. So return to Moria created Tolkien's secret Dwarven language. Dwarven. The developers of The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria took a frankly over-the-top approach with the Fourth Age set Dwarven-focused survival crafting game. They created the entire secret Dwarven language just so players can hear their characters use it in-game. While Tolkien fans have worked to develop the Dwarven language called, oh my god, Crusdrul over the years. The developers at Free Range Games went one step further and worked with a linguist to create a full Crusdrul grammar. That linguist is David Salo. No, not Solo, Salo. So I'm thinking like Han Solo, who worked on languages for Tolkien for the Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit film trilogies, expanding the languages. What do you guys think? Is this just absolute rubbish that we don't really care about? It makes nice reading and just, oh, that sounds like quite good, that sounds weird. But then the game actually comes out and it's like, no one's ever going to use that. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. But leave comments. Let us know. Do you guys think it's just a waste of time and no one cares about it? Or is it an actual integral part of the story and the franchise and things? Comment, tweet, let us know. Next up, Henry Cavills? I always thought it was Cavill, but it says here Cavill. Highlander reboot could start a new franchise. I didn't even know that they were doing a Highlander reboot. So his long-awaited reboot is still on the way and it sounds epic. During an interview with Josh Horowitz on the Happy Sad Confused podcast, director Chad Stahelski, fresh from John Wick 4, confirmed Highlander is still happening and could be the start of something even bigger. I think we have some very good elements now. The trick is when you have the tagline, there can be only one, you can't just kill everybody the first time. The upcoming Highlander film has been in the works since 2021, but has been short on updates since it was originally announced. Now it looks as though, I'm not even going to try and say his name again, he's happy to give us a glimpse of what to expect. I'll say it for you first, the story engages a lot of the same characters and stuff like that, but we've also brought in elements of all the TV shows and we're trying to do a bit of a prequel, a setup to The Gathering, so we have room to grow the property. Yeah, so that's great news for fans, like Highlander fans of the TV series and the movies. Unfortunately, the plot remains firmly under wraps for the time being, and we still don't know whether Cavill will play the legendary Connor MacLeod or even an entirely new and potentially non-MacLeod character. Although, let's be honest, it wouldn't be Highlander without a MacLeod. I've been a fan of Highlander since I was a lad. When the film was announced, from the movies in all of their 80s, Queen slathered glory to the TV show with an actor that looked remarkably like one of my brothers, being not shy with swords and having a director as talented as Chad at the helm. This is an opportunity like no other. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Highlander was quite good. I liked the original. It was very long, very boring, but I really enjoyed it. I don't know what they're gonna make with a new reboot of the Highlander franchise, but I guess time will tell and we'll see what is going on in the future. So, we'll move on to the next bit of news, and that, my friends, is The Flash alternate ending revealed. It would have set up the new DCU. The Flash might have had a slightly different ending if the filmmakers had gone with the recently revealed ending shown during early screenings. According to audience reactions, early fan screenings of The Flash had a slightly different ending, and it has uploaded it in full of its YouTube channel. As you can see, the ending is only marginally different but has a big impact. The theatrical version sees Barry Allen return to the present following a timey-wimey shenanigans, and after saving his dad from prison, he finds Bruce Wayne stepping out of his car. As we now know, this Bruce Wayne is none other than George Clooney. However, the original ending was a little tighter, stopping just after the Flash says, "Who the is this?" and never revealing which Batman he finds himself face to face with. Here, the film would have cut to black. The big difference is that the audience was never supposed to see the Batman that he returned to, leaving the door open to a new DCU to essentially be a continuation of DC's previous films with Barry Allen resetting the universe. It would have been a neat way to explain recasting some DC heroes while keeping others such as The Flash. The unseen Bruce Wayne would allow The Flash to tie directly into the new Batman introduced in the upcoming film, Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Sounds like a bloody Bold and Beautiful. Fittingly, this isn't the only alternate ending that was in the mix. Another version of this saw Sasha Calle's Supergirl and Michael Keaton's Batman show up outside the courthouse in place of Clooney. Even this ending wasn't safe, however, with Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdai stepping in following the Warner Bros. Discovery merger. I don't know who Michael DeLuca, I don't know who they are. This time, Supergirl and Keaton's Batman would have been joined by Henry Cavill's Superman and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. Of course, it wasn't meant to be, and we ended up with the Clooney version instead. Yeah, I quite enjoyed The Flash. It was a stupid, dumb movie, but I quite enjoyed it. What do you guys think? Any updates on what you guys thought about it? Please leave us comments. Leave us just talk to us. That's a problem when you sort of sit here and talk too long. Your voice gets a bit there. Anyway, next bit of news. Dune Part 2 has been delayed to 2024. So in a major shift to the 2023 calendar, Dune Part 2 has been pushed back several months from November the 3rd, 2023 till March 15th, 2024. Warner Brothers announced today. The sequel to the 2021 film was set to be one of 2023's major theatrical releases, and the delay happens as Hollywood's writers and actors strikes continue. At least partly an issue is the fact that stars Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya wouldn't be able to promote Dune Part 2 if the SAG-AFTRA strike is still ongoing in November. I wonder why that is. It's hard. If they're promoting something they've already been paid for, I don't know, it's weird. The shift caused something of a domino effect for Warner Brothers' calendar, as the studio also announced today that it's moving Godzilla Cross Kong The New Empire out of that March 15th spot to April 12th, and also delayed The Lord of the Rings The War of Rohirrim animated film. Oh, it's an animated film. Ooh, no. Till from April 12th to December the 13th. Bloody hell, that's a long delay. The new date for the War of Rohirrim at least is fairly fitting, as Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings movies were always a big December releases. Yeah, but it's not a big movie, it's an animated movie. I want big, massive, $100 million movies that look great. There have been plenty of delays, and there are surely more to come, as the Writers Guild of America and SAG-AFTRA remain on the picket lines, fighting for a better deal with Hollywood studios. Films like Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse has been delayed indefinitely, while Disney recently did a massive reshuffle of its upcoming Marvel, Star Wars and Avatar films. Wasn't Avatar just come out? So that the next one I thought it'd be ages away. But Dune Part 2 is a fairly unique case given the fact that the movie has finished filming, and the delay is likely due to the aforementioned promotional issues, or at least the studio trying to spread out its calendar a little bit more. The promotional bans likely impacted Blue Beetle's opening, which ended up with a pretty lackluster debut this past weekend, despite positive reviews. It remains seen whether other studios will follow WB's lead with their remaining 2023 release. Some of the biggest blockbusters still to come include The Marvels, The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Are they just milking The Hunger Games even more now? The Wish, never heard of that. Interestingly, Warner Bros. Did not push back Wonka, which of course also stars Chalamet, or Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, so it has some potential heavy hitters on the schedule. I don't care about a lot of those movies. What do you guys think? Do you think that some of them are just getting moved around because they're getting moved around, they're not ready, they're not finished, they're not done, need more work, more CG effects added to it? Or do you think it is just, we can't promote it, let's not try and release it until we can promote it? So leave us comments. Next up, Disney VFX workers behind movies like live action Little Mermaid take a big step towards unionization. Walt Disney Studios visual effects designers are the latest group within Hollywood to take a step towards unionization, joining Marvel Studios artists in a broader push to seek better compensation and other benefits from studios. Variety reports that a super majority of 18 in-house VFX crew members signaled their design to unionize in a filling with the National Labour Relations Board. Their work encompasses a host of live-action Disney movies, including the recent release of Little Mermaid, which have counted among Disney's most successful projects in recent years. Organizer Matt Patch wrote in a statement today, courageous visual effects workers at Disney Walt Pictures overcome the fear and silence that have kept our community from having a voice on the job for decades. Overwhelming majority of these crews demanding an end to the way VFX has always been. This is a clear sign that our campaign is not about one studio or corporation. It's about VFX workers across the industry using the tools at our disposal to uplift ourselves and forge a better path forward. Yeah, yeah, so what do you guys think? Do you think it's people whining, or do you think people should get the recognition, should get the rights to a fair working day, fair time off, just, things like that? Or do you reckon that we are where we are? I want to see these good movies and I want to see them quick. Stop your bitching and just get on with it and get my movie made. What do you guys think? Please leave us comments and we'll go through and we'll comment back. So the next bit of news is the biggest announcements from Gamescom 2023. Here we go. So, got cosplay. I don't care about cosplay. Stalker 2, Vertigo 2, Billy Bust Up is a musical 3D platform. Oh god, my whole system just crashed. So Akatori is a stylish Metroidvania with some slasher platforming thrown in. Back to the Dawn is a prison survival and escape RPG with a twist. Bo Path of the Teal Lotus is a journey through Japanese folklore. Survive the floating islands inside an everlasting hurricane in a loft. The Dust developer reveals gameplay for the Inquisitor. Hands on impressions, don't care. Lies of P gets another stellar showing at Gamescom. Off the Grid is a satirical cyberpunk game within a game with director Neil Blomkamp. Sky the Two Embers. New details and gameplay revealed for Like a Dragon. I thought it was 007 then. Homeworld 3 looks nice. Payday 3 looks rubbish. Project Mugen offers Spider-Man-inspired anime action. Well, I'll have to have a look at that. First Dwarf, never heard of it. Exile 2. Oh, sorry, Path of Exile 2. Off the Grid. Radeon RX 7000 GPUs. Sam Lake talks about Alan Wake 2. Close look at Forza Motorsport. I really want to look at some of these. Deathground. Oh, do you know what? I'm done. I can't be bothered. Gamescom just seemed like not a great showing of games and stuff. But again, it's all about you guys. It's all your show. What do you guys think? Do you think it was a rubbish show, or do you think that some of the gameplay shown off was quite good? And we've got the last bit of news, and this is sad news, my friends, and that is Bob Barker, the Emmy Award-winning host of The Price is Right, dies at 99. I'm English. I've never seen their version of The Price is Right, and I will say that the only way I knew Bob Barker was in Happy Gilmore, and it actually says it on the first line here, where Happy Gilmore gets beaten to death almost by this old guy, and then it's like The Price is Wrong, Bob. But yeah, it's a shame. Lots of love to his family and friends, and hopefully he died peacefully and wasn't like really bad complications and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, sad stuff. But that is the end of this week's show. So we'll go into the UK Top 40 in a minute. But yeah, just go to our website, oneupgaming.co.uk, and have a look there. So thank you. Back soon.
Hi, I'm Matt Kapp, the lead artist on Binding of Isaac Rebirth and the creator of Castle in Darkness, and I listen to the One Up podcast.
Hi, still David here, still One Up Gaming, still episode 365 of the One Up Gaming podcast. and we're going to go through this week's UK top 40s. So we'll start by going from 40. So number 40, Dead Space by Electronic Arts. Number 39, Sonic Origins Plus by Sega. Number 38, Pokemon Scarlet by Nintendo. 37, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre by Nighthawk Interactive. Number 36, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach by Maximum Games. 35, Dark Souls Trilogy by Bandai Namco. 34, It Takes Two by Electronic Arts. 33, F1 23 by Electronic Arts. 32, Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy by Activision. 31, Cyberpunk 2077 by Bandai Namco. Number 30 is Mario Party Superstars by Nintendo. Number 29 is Resident Evil 4 by Capcom. I don't know why I said Cap. I know it's Capcom. I said Capcom. Anyway, Capcom. 28, Super Mario Odyssey by Nintendo. 27 is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle by Ubisoft. 26 is Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury by Nintendo. 25 is I always get all these games mixed up because Nintendo, you're annoying with your naming things. 25, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe by Nintendo. 24 is Diablo 4 by Activision. 23 is Lego Harry Potter Collection by Warner Bros. 22 is Street Fighter 6 by Capcom. 21 is Immortals of Avium, Electronic Arts. Number 20 is Pokemon Violet by Nintendo. 19 is Mafia Trilogy by Take-Two. 18 is Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy The Definitive Edition by Take-Two. 17 is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition by Bandai Namco. 16 is Animal Crossing New Horizons by Nintendo. 15 is Nintendo Switch Sports by Nintendo. Number 14 is Pokemon 4 by Nintendo. Number 13 is Red Dead Redemption 2 by Take-Two. 12, Star Wars Jedi Survivor by Electronic Arts. 11, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 by Activision. Number 10, Grand Theft Auto 5 by Take-Two. Number 9, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Game of the Year Edition by Bandai Namco. Number 8 is Minecraft, Nintendo. Number 7, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate by Warner Bros. Number 6, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga by Warner Bros. Number 5, Hogwarts Legacy by Warner Bros. Number 4 is FIFA 23 by Electronic Arts. Number 3 is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom by Nintendo. Number 2 is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe by Nintendo. And at number 1, brand new in, is Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon by Bandai Namco Entertainment. And that is thank you so much to Games Press and the GFK Entertainment Software Charts, all formats. So thank you so much to them. And that, my friends, is the UK's top 40 for this week. Yeah, thank you all. It's been David, One Up Gaming, episode 365 of the One Up Gaming podcast. Thank you all so much. Please go to our website, which is oneupgaming.co.uk. Please go to our Patreon site, which is patreon.com/OUG. You can buy t-shirts, hats, and all the things on this week's show that I've been wearing. You can buy all that sort of stuff. Just go to our website, oneupgaming.co.uk, or to our Etsy store, just One Up Gaming, all one word, and find the store. Over 200 items for sale. Please have a look around. We've got some cool little things. Games Inspired Music is available now. It's an album. Stream it, buy it. 20% of each sale will go to the Child's Play charity. Also, go to audiobooksontape.com, where you can buy our first 100 podcasts, and £1 of each sale will go to the Diabetes UK charity. Please follow us and subscribe to us on Facebook. Just search One Up Gaming. Again, on YouTube, so One Up Gaming, search for us, find us, like us. Over 2,000 subscribers. Like, share, ring the bell, comment, all that good stuff. And yeah, you can win some t-shirts and some games and stuff that we've got available, just subscribe and comment as you see fit. We are on Twitch, so it's twitch.tv/OUGofficial. And if you want to send us any tweets or X's, what you want to call it, it's at OUGofficial. And if you want to send us anything personally on our email, it's contact@oneupgaming.co.uk. And if you're listening to this on a podcast, please subscribe, please like, share, comment, leave us positive reviews, things like that. It really helps when people are searching for podcasts about nothing. So it's been me, David, from One Up Gaming, saying thank you all for watching. Episode 365? No, 350. Yeah, 365. Yeah, 365. I've done it all the way through, saying it right, and then right at the last minute I say it wrong. So, thank you all for watching. See you next week. Goodbye.
I'm a beast. Rawr. LGA. LGA. Put in my heart in this. We're the ones who started this. So we don't want no part in this. So it's taking over. Had to say it. Gonna show you either way. You gonna really know of it. Lyrical genius. When I say it, bet I mean it. In a way, my flow it is meaning. Not gonna back down. I will bow down. Recognize the king now. Hi, I am Conte. Listen to what I say. About to show you the way that LGE became evolution and change. Revolution remains for LGE. The game has been missing a brain, and I'm claiming that name for LGE. Now you don't really want it. Please believe I'm always on it, and I'll fight you to the death of LGE. Think you can play with me? No, you don't have to wait and see. I'll come to you and you will see about LGE. Cause I spit the coldest fire, oxymoron for deniers. Such a beast to all you liars. LGE. Why don't you follow me? Cause take the hero obviously, and you will see that you should be about LGE. Oh no, it's fading out. See, my time is running out, and now you all know you should be about LGE. Put in my heart in this, cause we're the ones who started this. So we don't want no part in this. So it's taking over. Had to say it, gonna show you either way. You gonna really know of it. Lyrical genius. When I say it, bet I mean it. In a way, my flow it is meaning. Not gonna back down. I will bow down. Recognize the king now.
I am more than just a lyrical crown. Cause when you hear me, it's more than just sound. The words I spit be more than just nonsense. The more you hear me, the more that I'm confident. You can hate on me, but hatred is a must. Time to show the world what to try to keep tough. This is LGE, that's what they gon' have you scream. You can say you had a throne, but I don't see no kings. You could call it me taking my shot, but I see it as the real recognize for what it's not. My eyes open, and I can see for what it is. I choose to make mine and change how I live. By doing what I do, ain't worried about the dang biz. You can have a life, cause I got mine. Listen to the fact, LGE is on the rise. Yeah, it seems y'all the mind.
Put in my heart in this, cause we're the ones who started this. So we don't want no part in this. So it's taking over. Had to say it, gonna show you either way. You gonna really know of it. Lyrical genius. When I say it, bet I mean it. In a way, my flow it is meaning. Not gonna back down. I will bow down. Recognize the king now. I believe me. I wish it rewind to see me. Trick me into thinking that you haven't just begun to see me. Already done. Not ready for not an issue. If you mad, then you should let it go. We are set to blow. Too many said that you know. Don't think they will miss you. If they hear who they've been waiting for. LGE. I hope you know it now. Heard it from a poet. How lyrical genius we are. LGE. Won't ever back down. Don't know how to act now. Glad to only be about LGE. You can't agree about how we spit the heaters out. Only getting leaders out of LGE. Too bad it's over for you. This is what we told you we do. Now you would know that it was LGE. Put in my heart. We put our heart in this. Started this, so we don't want no part in no LGE. We taking over. Had to say it. Gonna show you the way you gonna really know of LGE. Cause lyrical genius. When I say it, you know it mean it. In a way, my flow it is meaning LGE. Not gonna back down. I will bow down. Not the kings now. LGE. Put in my heart. Yeah. No. No part in this. LGE. say it better. Mean it in a way we know it is meaning. LGE, not gonna back down. Breaking out the kings now. LGE, yeah, that's how we do it, yeah. LGE, contact, better feel me. LGE.